So, when I was like 6, I started dabbling in the world of tobacco. I instantly fell in love with using it. My grandfather smoked a pipe and I loved the smell of it. It really smelled wonderful. He smoked this tobacco, which is probably considered shit in the aficionado world of your finer pipe tobaccos, but to me it smelled as wonderful as baking bread or coffee brewing. He smoked whiskey-flavored Borkum Riff. He would keep it in the refrigerator next to the Milky Way bars he kept around for us kids, and the smell of the tobacco would leach out somehow and get into the candy bars through the wrapper, and to me it made them taste way better than a Milky Way you could buy at the store. Those ones in his refrigerator tasted 100 times better. I first tried smoking his pipe one day when he was getting a haircut at a barber shop. I was with him for some reason, and he put his pipe down in the ashtray and sat in the chair. It was still smoking in the ashtray, so I picked it up and started puffing on it. He thought it was hilarious, and I instantly loved it. It tasted wonderful. After that, my grandfather would fire me up a pipe of my very own occasionally when we were out and about together. He was a commercial fisherman, so he was always doing fun errands, like going to machine shops and marine supply stores. They were fun places for a kid to go. All the guys that my grandfather knew who worked in these places also thought it was hilarious when I would be walking in right behind him smoking a pipe full of Borkum Riff. It got to be a regular thing, and I really loved it. If I went to his house, I always knew I could smoke a pipe over there in the workshop or whatever. He would have me doing these mundane tasks like sorting nuts and bolts into old MJB coffee cans, and I could do it while I smoked a pipe, ate candy bars, and drank root beer. It was fabulous. His music would always be playing throughout his house. He had speakers inside and outside that would always be playing the same exact station. KIXI AM 880. They played The Music You Remember, which was Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole and things like this. It was a good time over there. Eventually he'd predisposed me to alcohol too, but that is a different story. At any rate, I got a taste for the tobacco pipe. I don't know if I was hooked or what, but I really craved it, and the problem I had was I could only do it over at his house. I wanted to do it at home as well. I desperately wanted a pipe of my own that I could smoke anytime I wanted to smoke it. One day when I was in the 10th grade, I saw the answer to my problem. I saw an ad in Time magazine. I don't remember the name of the company, but they had an offer in there for a pipe manufacturer. They had a deal I couldn't refuse. All you had to do was sign this ad in the space provided, stating that I was 21 years of age, which I wasn't, and send in $5 for shipping and handling, and they would send me a free pipe and 2 pouches of tobacco in the mail. I decided to do it. I thought if I knew this package was coming, I could just be sure to get my mail before my dad got home from work, and I could intercept my free pipe and I would be on my way to Pipe Smoke City. I filled out the form, sent in my $5, and waited. It took about 2 weeks, and then my pipe arrived. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to smoke it. I was smoking it at the bus stop on the way from school. I was smoking it after school. I even opted to skip the bus entirely and walk all the way home from school so I could have a nice long enjoyable smoke or 2, or even 3. It was a long way to walk, and I took my time. The pipe company sent a catalog to me with my package that I would look at all the time. I looked at their merchandise and I was really impressed. I really wanted to order this nice billiard-style pipe. It was a beautiful pipe and it was only $20 with shipping and handling. I thought, hell, if I pulled this off once, I'm going to do it again. And I did. I ordered that pipe and it came and I smoked my face off. Then I fell in love with another pipe, another billiard-style pipe. I really had a thing for those straight stem pipes. They were running a special, buy 2 pipes and get 1 free. I did it. Soon I had many pipes to choose from. I was buying my tobacco at Safeway on the ruse that I was buying it for my grandfather, which was a story that cashiers would commonly believe in those days, especially if the kid was buying pipe tobacco. What teenager is going to be using pipe tobacco? My mom and dad had no idea I was so deep into pipe smoking until one day when I was gone, and my mom and dad cleaned up my room for some reason, and they found all of my pipes. They didn't really say anything to me about it, but I knew they knew I had them because they were all moved. All my dad really said was, "I know you've been smoking, but you shouldn't be doing that. That's something you can do when you get a little bit older." I just thought, yeah, right. It's funny, really. I would take my Walkman down to the secluded picnic area by my parents' house and just sit there for hours, smoking my pipe and listening to my rap tapes all alone, and I had a great time doing it. I eventually moved on to cigarettes, which were a little more acceptable socially, but I was still smoking my pipes. I don't smoke at all now, but I still love the smell of that Borkum Riff pipe tobacco.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, submit, obey.